YouTube. What's up, baby? What's up? We back again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and I am here today for another review of American Horror Story Season 10. This time, we're on the double feature second part, and it's called Death Valley. I've already done my review and a brief breakdown of season 10, Red Tide, which is 6 episodes, and then we're on Death Valley now, which is only 4 episodes. But we're reviewing the first episode today, and that is what is it? Take Me to Your Leader. Um, so let me just say that I've been waiting for them to delve into the aliens again, and so this has done nothing but make me happy. We've already seen vampires before in other TV series as well as even in American Horror Story, but I do want to say that the way that they did Red Tide, as far as the whole kind of vampire take on it, was very cool. Like, people became vampires in a way because they took the pills, and it had a positive effect on them, or people, and it was two different types. Like, people became vampires, and like the bloodsuckers that we know, and still kind of look normal, or when they weren't creative enough, they became like the Nosferatu type of vampire, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? You got both sides, but enough of that. Enough of that. We're talking about Death Valley, episode 1. So in here, um, it's cool. It's cool and weird at the same time. It seems like for these episodes, these 4 episodes for Death Valley, it's gonna be 2 stories within each episode. So in a way, it's almost like this is like 3 stories. You know what I'm saying? The Red Tide, the Death Valley being 2 stories. Like, even though they're about aliens, it take place in different times. So in the beginning of the episode, you kind of have it taking place in 1954, and it's black and white and stuff like that. And you have the president basically being told that, hey, you know what, we need to get you to the base, the desert, and we've had a situation. And so basically he goes there, he finds out that some aliens have crashed, and so the government basically, cleans up all the wreckage, takes everything to the base, gets the body of the alien and takes it to the base, and tells the president, come with us, you know what I'm saying, so we can figure out what's going on. Um, and But before that, though, before that happened, there was a situation. They kind of briefly introduced you to the aliens in a way. It was a mother cooking. Her son was playing outside. There was a little dust storm outside. The father's, of course, at work. She tells the son to come back in. And before he's able to come back in, the storms pick up worse. And the alien basically abducts him. And so the electricity's flickering in and out. So the mom comes out, is about to come outside, look out for him, but she can't find him. She comes back inside, and the UFO that was there is above her house, and basically, like, pulls the gravity to where her back is on the ceiling. So she's like she's up in the air, and all of a sudden her son's there. He's like, don't worry, we're cool, we'll be fine. Don't worry, don't worry. And his eyes flip white, and then that's how that opening scene was. And then it goes into the president, and then him getting called about wreckage, and then going back to the base. Da 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 da. So basically, what happens is the president and them get under oh, you know what? And they also found Amelia Earhart. So she was found with the wreckage of the aliens, and this girl did her thing in like the 1930s and was missing for almost like 20 years, and for her to just show up and look the same way as she did when she went missing was crazy. So, and she also had like markings on her back, writings on her back. So, anyway, they take her to the base with them, and the president ends up talking to her, and asking her what's going on, where you been, da da da. And she tells him, hey, as we were making our trip around the world or whatever, it ended up being that we saw this light, and it was like the sun, and they basically shut off everything. And I don't remember what happened, or I don't remember happened with that. I do remember though a little after that, waking up and them probing me and prodding me and doing shots and stuff like that. And other than that, I don't know what happened. Then I was here. You know what I'm saying? Then you guys found me. So um, obviously the time manipulation that they had did to her, and all the experiments that they had did to her, it was over so many years, but to her it was probably like a few hours, like it seemed like almost. So anyways, uh Amelia Earhart, she starts going crazy. She's asking for her friend, and the president's like, look, like I don't know, I don't have him, I don't know where he is, da da da. She keeps on going crazy. She grabs him. The doctors come in, they sedate her, and then he goes back to the hallway. And then when he gets to the hallway, he's talking to one of his colleagues about what's going on, and they're like, yeah, this is crazy. I can't believe she's back and she still looks young, and this wreckage and this body that we found, whatever. All of a sudden, the lady from the very beginning, opening scene, comes to the base, and she's floating, and her eyes are white now, so she's obviously being controlled by the alien and not her son anymore. So people, the reinforcements come in, they try to stop her. Shorty just bop, 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 but just popping heads, bro. That was hilarious, bro. The heads were just popping, bro. So the president's like, yo, we can't stop this. So he goes up to the lady and is like, yo, like let's work something out. Please stop killing us. Da, 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 da. And he's like, you gotta listen to me. And she's like, no, you gotta listen to me. You're gonna do what I say. And basically that's that. And that part of the story ends for that episode. Then it picks up on the other half of the story where it's in modern day. And well, that's what you would think it's in modern day. And it's about these four young adults. They were friends from like high school and whatever, and once college happened or whatever, they all split up. It's two girls, it's two guys. Ends up being that the two guys ended up going to the same college, and they end up being lovers. And then you have the two girls, and they're regular or whatever. But one of the girls, I believe she's white on there, and she's dating her professor or whatever, and she ends up not believing in using technology because her professor is that type of person where he doesn't use any technology. He just likes to be like just regular like type stuff. Um, and so she's the type of person where when she gets in a relationship, she follows their beliefs. So of course she's like that now. And then there's a black girl as well, and she was in love with somebody, but it turns out that let's just say they weren't compatible, even though she wanted it to be. They just weren't compatible. So we'll leave it like that. So, anyways, they're at a dinner, catching up, having fun, and they're basically about to be going on a trip together, and so they are gonna go camping. So they go camping, and in the midst of them camping, um, they're supposed to be going to a little like lake or whatever, and they go to the area where the lake's supposed to be, and it's not there. And then they smell this weird smell. So they're all three of the friends are like, let's go, but the white girl's like, no, let's go. The white girl is dating the professor's like, let's go see what that smell is. Let's see where it's coming from. They're like, bro, are you tripping? And she's like, no, let's go. But you know how it is in movies or even TV shows. So they go. They end up finding out that there's a whole mess of cattle that's been split in half, directly in half, no blood, nothing like that. And if something like that happened, there would be some blood, and the cuts were just so precise right down the middle. So it's like no one can really do that. So the girl goes over there, walks up to the cow. You're thinking it's dead. She touches it and it starts moving, and so they just run out and get out, trying to get out as fast as they can. They try to get to the car, pack their stuff up. They pack their stuff up. All of a sudden, the car stops working. Then there's a bright white light. They can't really see anything, but when the light kind of dims down, they see an alien walking towards them. And then all of a sudden, there's tentacles start popping up throughout their car and start grabbing them and choking them out. And then, boom, we come back to some time has we come. They come back to some time has passed, and basically it's three of them in the car. The black girl's missing for some reason, and everybody's in different positions than they were when they first were getting in the car to get away. So they're like, something happened. We don't know, but something definitely happened because I wasn't driving before, and da da da. Where's our friend? So they start up the car. The car works. They shoot out of there, and then as they're shooting out of there, they find the friend, and they almost hit her, but they didn't hit her, so that was cool. And then they bring her in the car. They're like, "Yo, what happened?" She's like, I don't know anything. Like everything that you know, I know. I don't even know how I got out the car, but so they're like, "Let's just get out of here." So they get out of there. They go. Um, and then comes the next day or whatever, and all four of them are feeling sick. They're not feeling themselves, and so the two girls end up, the black girl's like, I haven't felt this way since I was pregnant when I was 19. And so the two girls are like, like, do you think we're pregnant? And they're like, no. The black girl's like, I can't be. I didn't really have a situation like that. And then the girl that's dating the professor, she's like, I could be pregnant because me and my partner are active, so I could be pregnant. So anyways, they get together and they take a pregnancy test, and it turns out that they're both pregnant. And that's crazy because one was active, but it wasn't because of him that she's pregnant. And the black girl, she wasn't active, but she's pregnant. And so the two boys come and they're like, hey, we're not feeling well, da 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 da. And the girls look at each other like, this can't happen, but let's just try this. They give them a pregnancy test, and both of them are pregnant. So you got all four of the friends be pregnant, two guys and two girls. Um, and that's how the episode ends. So it was a cool episode, man. I definitely liked it. I liked both segments. I think they both had their ups and their downs, but both segments were cool. I got to give this episode 8 out of 10. But we'll be back for the next episode, which will be episode 8. But if you guys seen this episode already, take me to your leader. Let me know what you thought. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. My name is Callie. This is Q's Insight. And until next time, folks.